Hello traders, this is Joanne with Succeed in Forex. Welcome to our Forex news broadcast for Friday, May the 9th, 2008. The headlines out of Switzerland this morning read, dollar fell after BOE and ECB left rates unchanged. The euro rebounded on Thursday from a two-month low against the dollar after the European Central Bank President Jean-Claude Trichet said inflation remains his top concern, signaling the bank won't cut interest rates anytime soon. After the ECB left the benchmark refinancing rate at 4% on Thursday, Trichet told reporters that high energy and food costs mean the Eurozone still faces a protracted period of high inflation. Some investors had expected Trichet to temper his tough talk on inflation and focus on signs of slowing Eurozone growth. That helped lift the euro-dollar off a two-month low at 152.85, pushing it as high as 154.42. The ECB's continued focus on inflation at a time when global growth appears to be slowing prompted investors to reduce exposure to risk, and that boosted the low-yielding yen that typically is used to finance riskier trades. The dollar-yen eased to 103.84, while the euro-yen dropped to 159.97. The dollar Swissy fell to 105.07, while the pound dollar was steady at 195.56 after the Bank of England left interest rates on hold at 5%. Economic data in Britain has reflected a weakening economy, with house prices sliding rapidly, and analysts said they expect the BOE to cut rates when it meets again in June. Analysts are also saying the ECB, which faces rising food and energy prices on the one hand and slowing growth on the other hand, is in a very difficult situation. The ECB can't cut rates because inflation remains sticky. But analysts also said continued weakness in the Eurozone data could keep pressure on the single currency, making any return to a record high above 160 unlikely. The dollar bounced back against the yen during the Asian session to 104.50 to 55 range and fell back again to 103.40 to 45 before settling around 103.90 to 95. Risk aversion and the powering down of the yen cross positions remained the main theme that drove traders. This was coupled by heavy losses at AIG and a reappraisal of ratings of some companies by Fitch, as well as S&P, which pressured the Nikkei. However, the euro held fast in face of the last drop, which sent it to a low of 159, before staging a recovery to 160. There was a lack of follow-through, and it declined to 159.30-35 before stabilizing. ECB's President Trichet sounded hawkish to most in his press conference following the central bank's decision to keep rates on hold. He did reiterate and insist that the ECB is committed to avoiding second-round effects, such as when the unions asked for higher wages to face the ever-rising petrol prices. Analysts estimate the ECB will achieve this goal and thereby still be on track to cut rates later this year in response to slowing growth. The dollar's rally against the Swiss franc took a breather in light of the hawkish tone of Trichet. This was taken as an excuse to book some profit, even though the second-tier U.S. data came out above expectations. The dollar fell from 105.90.95 to 104.80.85 and closed around 105.10. A clear direction was missing in the Asian session as it traded within the 105.10.15 to the 104.60.65 range. The Bank of England's MPC voted to leave the bank rate on hold at 5% as expected. There was no statement as normal with an unchanged decision. However, on May 14th, the BOE will publish its next quarterly inflation report. That should highlight the Bank of England's considerations of growth, inflation, and the state of the lending markets. The pound dollar was trading in a range in the Asian session within 195.40.45 to 195.65.70. The euro pound gravitated towards 78.10 to 77.90 before finding support around 78.20 to 25 and tracking the euro dollar back up to 78.85.90. The pound yen dropped to lows at 202.40 before bouncing back to 204.40, but lacked follow-through and thereby fell to 202.30. The Royal Bank of Australia's quarterly statement on monetary policy lifted underlying inflation forecast for 2008 and has also reassessed its growth forecast. It sees inflation above the target until the end of 2009. It is forecasting inflation for the fourth quarter for 2008 to jump to 3.5%. That concludes our news for today and for the week. Thank you for viewing, and we're hoping that this is helping you in your trading. Before we sign off, we would like to invite you to visit our website at www.succeedinforex.com. There you'll find information about our Traders Training Center and also a link to our Yahoo forum, also called Succeed in Forex. We hope you'll join us there soon. We hope you've had a great and profitable trading week, and that you'll be able to join us for our next broadcast on Monday. Until then, have a great day and happy pipping.